Hey guys, so this is a little bit of a different type of video. Yes, we are going to be smoking this video, and no, it is not a sign language video. um, and as you can see, James is not here, so this is just me. Today we're going to be talking a little bit of the Bible and how it fits into my life. And no, I am not a Christian. I don't see myself as a good Christian, but I do see myself as a good follower of Jesus, and there is a difference. I don't believe in everything in the Bible, but I only believe in what Jesus says, and stuff that leads to that could be interpreted into marijuana, like the oils that's in the Bible. I believe that should be cannabis oil, not olive oil, because olive oil has no power to heal, but cannabis oil does have the power to take away pain. Um, so again, with that being said, here is my belief. So I'm not a Christian. I believe in Jesus, but I'm not a Christian. I don't go to church. I will never go to church. Now, people want to come here and they want to talk Bible with me. Sure, fucking hell. I'll get my friends, I'll get my family, whatever. That's fine. But people that I don't trust, I won't talk about the Bible with. But I want to get it out here because people's either going to hate me for this or they're going to love me. So this is a smoke sesh Bible talk. Okay, so we're going to be smoking. We're going to be talking about the Bible. Put my drink right there. Okay, so first thing we're going to start off is talking about the oils that I was just mentioning. So one of the scriptures says, let me remember exactly what it says. Hold on. Bring the elders to the sick and put oil on their body, and they will be healed. Now, most churches believe that is olive oil. I believe it is cannabis oil because I don't think olive oil has any healing properties. Now, does it? No, but cannabis oil does. So I truly believe that is cannabis oil. Um, yeah. And then, so we gotta get up and fight this legalization for marijuana. I will say that. Because back in the day, marijuana used to be the door to the divine. So people used to smoke marijuana and say a prayer to talk to Jesus in their sleep, talk to God in their sleep. So I smoke marijuana. I will say I do say a prayer before bed. And I will say I have messed up dreams, and one of them was actually making a video and talk about my beliefs, talk about what I believe in. Like, I constantly come up here and talk about my beliefs, so I know that I do. I'm talking about healthcare, I'm talking about equal rights, all that shit. Now I'm talking about my religious beliefs. Jesus Christ is a healer. He is a compassionate, loving healer, and I follow him, but I do not follow the Christian ways of today. I don't like dressing up nice in suits to go to church or nothing like that. I'm a laid back individual that talks about God in his private time with his friends and family and trust ones. With that said, God says, love thy neighbor as you love yourself. But if you don't love yourself, how should you love your neighbor? To me, that's something very deeply because I have trouble loving myself. I am practicing self love. And how I do that practice self love is look right in the mirror and say, I love you, motherfucker. And I get along with all of my neighbors. I know I just cursed. What a terrible thing. I'm talking about Jesus and I'm cursing and smoking pot. Oh no, I'm not the perfect Christian. No, duh. I am a sinner and that's why I'm here. I believe in Jesus Christ wholeheartedly. And I will not say anything bad about Jesus or anything like that. I live my life and I know people's not going to agree with this video. But I live my life the way I live it, the way I'm happy. I love myself the way my life is. And I'm working on myself every day, making my life better. I make my life better every day. And I think I I read the Bible a little bit every day. I try just to read. I only read really the passages that Jesus talks, because that's all I follow is Jesus' word, nobody else's. Because we all know I'm gay on this profile. I've said it many times that I am gay. And it does say in the Bible that a man that lays with another man shall be stoned. Well, I get high every fucking day, so I'm stoned off my ass. So I guess it's okay. I hope you guys are good with that joke. I do know a decent amount about the Bible, and I'm learning more and more every day. Um, I'm trying to stay with the learn the Bible because there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with the Bible, and those things I try not to focus because there is a lot of hate and messed up things in the Bible. I don't focus on that. I focus on the love, the passion that Jesus Christ taught, and what He followed in. And I'm gonna tell you this: I don't think Jesus Christ would be going all with you, foo foo little Christian, know it all. I'm all holier than thou, motherfuckers. I don't think Jesus would go with you. Honestly, he hung out with the hookers, the outcasts, the people that really didn't have nothing going on for them. But you know what? If Jesus came back today, and it was like it's gonna be the same, not the second coming, but he was here today, he would hang out with the gays, the losers, the people that dead end job that just want something better for their life. He'd go for those people. And remember, I said gays. He'd also go for the hookers, all that shit. Like, gays. Gays part of that group now. He would definitely go for us. Like, not saying he'd be a part of it, but he'd go for the hippies too. I feel like he would, because I have never met a hippie that is against God. Most hippies I know is all for God. They're just for Jesus Christ's teachings and nothing else. Let's talk about the burning bush. Jesus went into a form of a burning. No, not Jesus. God went into a form of a burning bush and told him to free the people of Egypt. Told Moses to free the people of Egypt. Okay, we can interpret that into something completely different, really. And people's gonna disagree with me for interpreting that, but in BC times, before Jesus, they used marijuana as a gateway to the divine. Okay, so how don't we know this guy was smoking marijuana? His cherry from his joint fell out. He was staring at it, and he started seeing the divine because of the marijuana, and he knew what he had to do. That was how God got to him, was the marijuana. And okay, I got to do this. I got to help my people. I got to, you know, God works in mysterious ways. I can truly believe He can talk to you through marijuana. He can talk to you through He can talk to you through mushrooms. All that. I think all that stuff is an opening to the divine. And if you have too much of it and you fall asleep, you're gonna be talking to the divine. I feel like I've done it before. Like I've had dreams of this angel coming down and talking to me about my life and what I need to change and all that. And I'm slowly changing it now. I'm trying to change the stuff for the better in my life. Like I'm not gonna get into what's going on, but you just know I'm making me better, making the way of my life I want it to be, and not what somebody else wants it to be. I'm trying to love myself and all that. So Jesus Christ, the burning bush, freeing the people, the oil, loving your neighbor, and now let's talk about your enemies. It says to pray for your enemies, to turn the other cheek, to love thy enemy, to forgive thy enemy. Let's talk about forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't come easy, I know this. But what you guys got mistaken in forgiveness is also friendship. So, okay, you don't have to forgive them and stay friends with them. You can shoot them out of your life. Yeah, I forgive you, but I don't want you around. That's the thing. I don't have beef with you, but I don't want you around. I had to do that with some of my family members. I'm okay with you. I am, but I just can't have you around. That's why I did to a lot of my family. Some of my old friends I did that too because they would do some shit. Not gonna get into that, but they would do some shit. They would ask for my forgiveness. They'd be like, "Yeah, you got it, but I'm not hanging out with you anymore. I forgive you, but no, can't happen." And that's how I forgive people. If I really don't want to be around, I'll tell them as it is. I forgive you. I'm not mad, but I don't want to be around you. Okay, so forgiveness with thy enemies, forgiveness with thy friends. I have forgived my abuser when I was a child. He was my stepfather, and he did some stuff, and I have forgiven him. I do not want him in my life. I do not want to see him, but I forgive him. Sorry, I shouldn't have even mentioned that. But I hope you guys like this video. This is Bible Sesh. Well, Smoke Sesh Bible Talk. Smoke Sesh Bible Talk. Please like and subscribe.